At each other here, Smitty. What do these teams do so well defensively that make them stand out?
Well, they communicate, they rotate well, they close out. But what they do is they make you play to your first, second, and make you get all the way to the third and fourth option. They take away those first 2 or 3 options. That's what makes these teams so good on the defensive end.
Well, like you were just saying during our break, contest, and always contest, huh?
Yes.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And so in the game for the Jazz, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Ingles in at the small forward. And so he makes both from the line.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Outside, Redick. To the paint. Here's Covington. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Favors. You were talking about the fits for these young Sixers. A bit of a logjam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster.
Now, here's Rubio. And Favors kicks to Ingles. Favors with the screen. Jazz passing it around. To the middle. Here's Mitchell. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Charge has the open look. The 76ers with another miss.
This is the opposite of how they wanted to start this game. 0 for 4 already.
Rubio dishes to Favors. Passes it to Mitchell. He kicks it to Gobert. Favors with the screen. Feeds it to Ingles. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Redick. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Oh, terrific pick. Then kicks it right ahead, turning defense into offense.
And on the other side, that's an annoying miscue. Total lack of focus.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Here's Rubio after J.J. Redick's bucket. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
Yeah, so many of these can go either way. Very difficult for the screener to stay 100% motionless.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to talk with Brett Brown for a minute. As far as the key factor in this game, he said defense is the focus. He said our shot blocking anchors us inside. It's something we can count on. Of course, the rest of our defensive execution is just as important. They have to be in total lockdown mode defensively tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Sounds like he really wants them getting after it at the defensive end.
And I expect to see them very active here early, contesting every shot and battling for every rebound.
It's a game plan that's going to take a lot of effort and energy. But if they can pull it off, it'll make things that much easier for them at the offensive end.
Now, here's Rubio. Pass to Ingles. And Gobert kicks to Favors. Over Sharch, and Favors gets it to go in on the assist by Gobert. Favors has got his first points of the game. Simmons against Rubio. And it's Simmons penetrating. Redick is in the corner. Embiid sets the pick for Redick. Just 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Favors.
The 7'4" arm span of Favors paying big dividends when it comes to rim protection.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. Here's Mitchell, covered by Redick. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. Screen by Sharch. There's the pick. Outside, Redick. He feeds it to Embiid. And stolen by Favors. Here's Mitchell, covered by Redick. Got that one up quick. Mitchell's got 6 points.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Now here's Redick. Simmons dishes to Redick. Embiid sets the pick for Redick. Shot clock at 5. Elbow shot is on the way. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And Simmons is accustomed to finishing over all types of defenders. That jump shot is just pure gold. And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Really like watching Simmons go to work down low with his length and strength. There aren't many guys that can keep up with him.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Here's Mitchell. He has 6. Gobert, the pass to Ingles, out to the wing. Rubio against Simmons. His first shot coming late. Here's Gobert. And that'll be Utah as it goes out of bounds. Jazz retain possession. Here's Mitchell. Favors dishes to Rubio. And Favors kicks to Ingles. Up again, and there's Favors putting it right back in. Favors got his second basket.
You love the effort of Favors on the glass. He's a scrappy player who comes away with second chance opportunities for his club.
Now here's Redick. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
Here's Rubio. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Gobert, the screen. Here's Mitchell. Covered by Sharch and stolen by Redick. Simmons on the wing. Kicks it to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Embiid's got 5.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Now here's Gobert. It's stolen by Sharch. Favors can't get it to go. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. They set the pick. Jazz passing it around. Gobert with a screen on Simmons. 4 on the clock. And the 3 ball is good. 9 points in the game so far.
Early in this quarter, he's been aggressive and selective with his shots. Tremendous efficiency.
Dish now to Covington. Drilled from 11 feet out. And the 76ers lead by 3. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Here's Gobert. Simmons pulls it in.
just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his first points in this one.
He's not a focal point for the defense, but you can't let Gobert get the ball that deep.
Screen by Saric. Ingles against Simmons. Saric, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 5th assist in this one. Jazz trail by 5. Rubio outside. The pass to Favors. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out. And to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
And the first one at the line is good. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. And he makes both free throws.
The former 3rd overall pick in the 2010 NBA draft, Derek Favors is a gifted big man and a crucial player to this team.
Now, here's McConnell. Johnson to screen. McConnell with it. Exum pulls it in.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
He dishes it to Favors. There's the screen. O'Neal against Chandler. Puts it up. Second shot opportunity. And he makes the bucket. Through contact and gets the whistle too.
It takes a lot of skill to get whacked and still complete the basket. Luckily, Favors is a super talented player who does this regularly.
Derek Favors missing about a month last season with the bone contusion in his left knee.
You know, that's why his numbers took a dip last season. Normally, he's improved year after year. Still young despite his years in the league.
And it's tied up with that one. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to McConnell. Dishes it to Chandler. No one near fault as he lets it go. Here's Johnson, and he banks in the layup. And the 76ers lead by 2.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Favors with a screen on Johnson. Exum passes to Favors. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Burks is really good at picking his spots from outside when he's on the floor. A highly efficient shooter.
From beyond the arc. Fultz, no good. Utah's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Floats one up. Here's Crowder. A beautiful reverse layup.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
The feed now to Chandler. Back to McConnell. Chandler with the screen on O'Neal. Passes it to Fultz. 5 to shoot. Johnson the screen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And the one thing that you gotta love about Markelle Fultz is his versatility. I mean, he's got the size, the passing and scoring ability to succeed at either guard position. He's almost Westbrookish.
And you ask the scouts about Fultz, he has the complete game.
You know, Kevin, he checks all the boxes. Athleticism, the size to play above the rim. And above all, I think the feel for the game is quite apparent when you watch him play.
Good on the second free throw.
And the length and speed of Fultz makes him deadly. Excellent at shooting the ball and a super aggressive defender.
Exum dishes to Udo. O'Neal kicks to Udo. The Jazz working the ball around now. Feeds it to Burks. Over Fultz. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Alec very comfortable shooting from mid-range. That's a shot he can get with his driving ability.
Fultz the pass to Chandler. Johnson the screen.
And T.J. McConnell, undrafted out of Arizona, but he caught on with the Sixers, and I tell you what, made an immediate impact. Standing at about 6'2", and just over 200 pounds. He brings that physicality at the defensive end of the floor.
First one falls for him. Greg, you were a defensive-minded guard. Do you see any similarities to what McConnell brings to the table?
You know, I love his toughness. He's got quick feet, a strong lower base, and, you know, he gets into you, and he racks up his fair share of steals because of it.
The Jazz play just about the slowest pace in the league. Not many fast break points. They look to grind it out in the half court.
Now, here's Exum. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot clock at 6. Here's O'Neal. And Utah, another 3.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Pass to Fultz. Shoots over Burks.
Burks has all the tools, great size and a high IQ to be a great defender.
And that does it for the first quarter. Jazz out in front as they end the first quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with...
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
You know, and listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kevin. I think it's about where he's going, what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
So on the floor for Utah, Exum and Burks, they're back there. O'Neal is out there with Jay Crump, and it's Udo in at the center position. Jazz leading by 5. Outer dishes to Exum. He kicks it to O'Neal. He feeds it to Burks. Udo, the pass to Burks. There's a good screen. And again, it's Utah.
All Burks needs is a little space. That time freed nicely by the screen.
Kicks to Fultz. Crowder with the steal. Over to the wing. The dish now to O'Neal. Now the pass to Crowder. The feed to Burks. Shot clock at 5. In the corner, O'Neal with it. From the arc. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Fultz. Here's the screen inside. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Muscala.
I really like the awareness from Fultz. It has an ability to know when one of his guys is wide open.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. A different look for Utah. Cephalosha comes in for O'Neal, and Allen subbed in for Alec Burks. Now here's Fultz. Defense is right there. Johnson the screen. And Muscala has it in the corner. Drains it from beyond the arc. Muscala's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, this is where we're going in the NBA right now. Stretch bigs.
They set the pick. Now here's Exum. He's covered by McConnell. Shot clock at 5. Here's Udo, and Udo with the stuff.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And GA, he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
He just never gives up on any play, any shot. He's always battling in the paint. He's one of the best at that position.
Here's Chandler. Rebounded by Cephalosha.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
And Chandler, here we go. And stolen by Cephalosha. And now it's Cephalosha running. He can go all the way. Drops in the breakaway layup. And it's a 9-point Jazz lead.
And a late reaction by the defense makes that one a no contest.
You know, he got out before people could turn their heads, and he's already gone with no hesitation.
Dishes to Chandler. Passes it to McConnell. Feeds to Muscala. Trying his luck deep, and Fultz gets it to go. Smitty, a lot of guys are great shooters because of how fast their release is, how quickly they get it off. Who has the quickest release, you think, right now in the league?
Well, Klay Thompson, I think, is the quickest right now. Some other guys, J.J. Redick, Kyle Korver, those guys can get their shot off quickly. Jamal Crawford is not, per se, a three-point shot, but off the dribble in the mid-range. Anthony Morrow, those are some of the names I think that get it off the quickest. But Klay, I would say, is number one in my opinion.
When you played, did you try to work on that, getting it off quickly?
I think with my size, I didn't have to, Kevin, so I just wanted the guy to get as close as possible so I can shoot it right in his mug.
Here is Udo. Now, here's Exum. It's Allen on the wing. Over Fultz. Again, Allen missing.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
Back to McConnell. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Fultz, no good.
And they continue to control the glass.
Crowder against Johnson. Cephalosha kicks to Exum. Floats one. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Utah also making some changes. Gobert comes in for Jay Crowder. And it's Mitchell in for Allen. And Dante Exum, a 6'6" slashing point guard. You don't see a lot of players who fit that mold.
No, you don't, Kevin. His size and quickness is really the foundation of his game. He's very elusive off the dribble, and at the defensive end, he's been terrific for a young player.
Utah leading by 9. And here is Cephalosha. Exum kicks to Cephalosha. He dishes it to Gobert. Here's Mitchell. Another miss by Utah.
and close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Simmons. He kicks it to Embiid. Outside, Redick. Back to Simmons. Saric up top. He feeds it to Redick. The three. Buries it from three-point range. Redick's got 8 points.
Sometimes there's nothing you can do to stop Redick. He'll nail those even if you're all over him.
Udo kicks to Mitchell. The dish to Udo. Here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far. Shoots over Redick, and the rejection by Embiid. Nice shot by Gobert. And here are the 76ers now. And Simmons kicks to Saric. They set the screen. And the officials call a traveling violation. A different look for Utah. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Udo. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Exum. Jazz leading by 8. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Gobert the screen. Now Ingles looking for his first basket still in this one. Gobert with a screen for Rubio. Back to Ingles. And a miss there on the triple. For Philadelphia, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Covington kicks to Simmons. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
Taking a workmanlike approach inside. That's the shot you want.
Rubio the pass to Gobert. Ingles with the ball. Back to Gobert. On the wing, Ingles. Kicks it out to Rubio. Over Redick. Got a piece of it. Outside, Simmons. Down low. Fires from 14. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Embiid.
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
But it's not just the size, it's the natural feel for the mid-range game. Not everyone has it.
Chalk up 2 there.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
Right. No reason to take it all the way to the rack. Instead, take what the defense allows.
Again, Philadelphia.
The D gave him too good of a look right there. He rose up and knocked it down easily.
Utah leading by 4. Gobert the screen. Here's Mitchell, covered by Redick. Misses off the right iron.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Saric dishes to Embiid. That shot off. Gobert with the defensive effort. Utah has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And Rubio kicks to Mitchell. There's a good screen. A shot off that time. And Philadelphia the other way now. Covington in the corner. A three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Gobert the screen. Here's Mitchell. He's got 11. Gobert with a screen on Redick. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
76ers moving the ball around. Here's Embiid. It's Covington on the wing. It's stolen by Ingles. And stolen by Simmons. Goes up, and Simmons slams it in.
How about the activity of Simmons, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult on the opposition. So good at getting steals.
Here's Mitchell, 13 points in the game. Gobert with a screen on Covington. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks to Mitchell. Offline with his 3.
You know what I'll tell you? He's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from J.J. Redick.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Now, here's Ingles. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Shot off the pick. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Just hasn't had it tonight, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
Rubio against Simmons. Back to Covington. Embiid the screen. Jumper off the screen, and the 76ers tack on 2 more. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Simmons against Rubio. And the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. With 1 on the clock. And the first half comes to a close. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exciting first half indeed. Welcome back. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. In the second quarter, they erased what had been a fairly big deficit. And that wraps up the half.
Welcome back, folks. A glorious view of the lights of downtown Philadelphia, America's most historic city. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They lead by 1. And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
Redick and Covington make up the perimeter. Embiid is out there with Dario Saric, and it's Simmons in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. The 76ers leading by 3. Now here's Redick. The pass to Covington. There's the feed to Simmons. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Favors with a screen on Simmons. Rubio against Simmons. Rubio the pass to Gobert. 5 on the clock. Pass to Rubio. Over Simmons. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
Embiid the screen. And Redick kicks to Covington. Dishes to Simmons. Embiid with the screen on Favors. Redick with the 3. Second shot opportunity. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. The 76ers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And the Utah Jazz, one of the top 6 teams in the league last season, But, Steve, they were swept by the Warriors in the second round after the Jazz took care of the Clippers in round 1. How far does this team still have to go to contend for a title, you think?
They've gone from average to very good, but a talent drain this summer with Hayward and Hill moving on. They'll need to regroup, and the West is only getting scarier.
Jazz trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Back to Rubio. Favors with a screen on Covington. Here's Mitchell. The Jazz again can't hit it.
A very disappointing start to this half. 3 attempts with nothing to show for it.
Embiid the screen. And Redick kicks to Embiid. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Punishing the smaller man inside. Just good fundamental basketball.
Rubio dishes to Mitchell. Gobert with a screen on Redick. Favors with the screen. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Passes it to Favors. To halt the run, and then Favors with the dunk.
Favors is a huge guy that absorbs contact. A true master at getting his shots off in the midst of really intense defense.
Screen by Saric. And the wide open shot from Redick. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Redick's got 14 points for the game. And a first time out of the game called for Utah. And it seems these players are getting more and more athletic, Steve. So much of that is modern conditioning, core strength, off-season workouts, things that probably didn't happen when you were playing, but just because of science have developed now. What did you do that helped you out the most, and maybe some things you wish you had done?
Well, you look at my body, Kevin. Yes, it didn't help me. I was this skinny rail guy. We had a bench press, and we squatted. But guys right now are having more talking about core strength, yoga, Pilates. I mean, they're doing so much that is totally different. I wish I would have been a guy who spent more time on his body versus my game, because it means a lot to be able to have that core strength. But I didn't think beach muscles, you really needed it to play the game of basketball. Guys right now, it's their entire body, and it's also their entire way they recover from games of basketball. And I think that's what I wish I'd have worked on better.
That word you just said, recover. The recovery process, I think, is even more scientifically advanced now than it was when you played, correct?
Yes. Kevin, example for me, I just iced my knees. Guys now have hyperbaric chambers that they use, and a lot of guys have them in their homes.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Muscala's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity. Treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks. And the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. Now, though, I think they found their treasure trove.
Favors with the screen. Left side, Crowder. They get it back.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here's McConnell. He's tightly guarded. Rebounded by Exum.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Mitchell kicks to Crowder. The Jazz working the ball around now. A 3-ball. But they get it back. Favors. A shot off that time. Good D by Embiid. And the 76ers with possession. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Muscala misses.
I appreciate the attack mindset, but with the defense tracking him down, it was probably better to kick that one out.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
You know, I love the effort just to get a hand in there. He is disrupting the offensive flow.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Philadelphia. And Utah with a change here, too. Allen's checked in. Three-pointer, Crowder. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Embiid sets the pick for Redick. Well, good with the triple. Jazz trail by 10. Allen passes to Udo. Back to Allen. Udo kicks to Crowder. Tries from 10. Crowder with another miss.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
Chandler kicks to Embiid. Over Udo. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Chandler. And that's 13 points for Joel Embiid.
His teammates recognize that he has the hot hand going. That's why they get him the ball every chance they get.
Utah calls timeout. And for Joel Embiid, some real tough times to start his NBA career. Greg sidelined, as we know, for the first 2 seasons with injuries. And just when he got going in season 3, he was dealt a knee injury.
Yeah, it has not been easy. And remember, Joel Embiid is so competitive. He came to the game late, but fell for it hard. And this is what he lives for, to be out on the court helping his team compete.
That's his first personal foul.
And here's Exum. There's the pick. Burks on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Screen by O'Neal. All sorts of time.
And they've got to get back to what they were doing in that first half. If they want to somehow win this game, the offense has gone stagnant. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Fultz. Good on the shot. Fultz has got 6.
How about the confidence level with which Fultz plays? When he's close to the basket, he keeps his eyes focused on the rim at all times.
Crowder kicks to Exum. Feeds to Burks. Top of the key, Exum. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play. You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
Pass to McConnell. Johnson the screen. McConnell kicks to Chandler. Stolen by O'Neal. And now Crowder running the floor all by himself.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
McConnell kicks to Muscala. He dishes it to Chandler. Johnson with a screen on Crowder. Chandler attacking to the inside. Banked in off the glass.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
Jazz trail by 10. Exum kicks to Udo. He feeds it to Burks. O'Neal a screen on Chandler. Here's Burks. And that one is hammered home.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
And Fultz is a menace inside. Superb at making the D foul him when he's this close to the basket.
No good on the free throw. And you see Markelle Fultz and how he plays. Wasn't as hyped coming into college, but he changed that tune after one season.
And in that final year, Fultz grew a full 3 inches. I think that helped move him into the elite prospect range. At 6'5", with that 6'10" wingspan, he has the special size that you look for. And really was the lone bright spot on an otherwise underachieving college team.
Smitty, you were very much the prototypical wing player during your career. When you look around the league, which current player reminds you, say, most of yourself and your style?
You know, I think a guy, he's getting a little bit older, but I think the most, a similar guy for me was Joe Johnson. Some of the guys I love watching right now, I was definitely not that long, and a guy could create that much space is Giannis because he can handle the basketball. I'm looking forward to watching Ben Simmons. I like the 6'8", 6'9" guys that can handle the basketball, but I would say Joe Johnson, and he's still going.
McConnell kicks to Simmons. Back to McConnell. Johnson with a screen on Rubio. Here's McConnell. Knocks down the step-back J. McConnell's got 6.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Gobert the screen. O'Neal kicks to Burks. 6 to shoot. The dish to Gobert. Goes back up, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
He's a regular at the free throw line. Burks knows how to put the onus on the officials.
The Jazz have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Sharch is checked in for T.J. McConnell. And Utah also making a switch. Thabo Sefolosha is checked in for Crowder.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Kicks it to Chandler. Johnson with a screen on O'Neal. Kept alive. Second chance shot, and it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A terrific offensive rebounder. Here he is doing it again.
And Rubio kicks to Sefolosha. The Jazz working the ball around now. There's the pass to O'Neal. Now the feed to Rubio. Lays it up off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Johnson the screen. Fultz kicks to Sharch. Pass to Simmons. It's good for the 7th time this game. He shot 7. He has made 7.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Rubio with a screen on Simmons. Burks kicks to Gobert. Dishes it to Rubio. Out to the right wing. Here's O'Neal. They grab their own miss. Gobert. That's tipped. Simmons. Not going to go that time. And so it's Philadelphia in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be right back after this. 3 quarters in the books, folks. Glad to have you with us. Welcome back as we get going. Jazz trail by 9. So on the floor for Utah. Ricky Rubio is out there with Mitchell. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Back to O'Neal. He kicks it to Mitchell. Takes a 3. The rebound by Wilson Chandler.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Screen by Sharch. Fultz kicks to Sharch. To the inside. It's stolen by Gobert. Now Rubio. Pass to O'Neal. Feeds it to Mitchell. He dishes it to Gobert. They set the pick. Inside. Ingles in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Ingles has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Jazz. Chandler dishes to Sharch. Over O'Neal. The shot by Sharch, no good.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Here's Ingles. That one good for 2. Ingles has got 5 points now this quarter.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
I'm so surprised in a game this close. I know it's easy to criticize, but the defense has to be better in the fourth.
Here's Simmons. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Johnson. Robert Covington comes in for Wilson Chandler. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Fultz. Derek Favors checked in for Utah. Simmons. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. Pass to Rubio. He feeds it to Mitchell. Back to Rubio. There's a good screen. Favors with the screen. From deep three-point range. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Rubio.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
This was all sparked by their defense. They got some stops, and they did it in a hurry.
Covington with the bucket. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Favors with the screen. Back to Ingles. Here's Mitchell. There's the dish to Ingles. Kicks it to Mitchell to tie it up. And Utah, another 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. It's Redick on the wing. Now the pass to Embiid. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the Utah Jazz, historically, they've always been one of the better franchises in the NBA. And it was nice to see them back in the playoffs in 2017 after that 4-year rebuilding phase. It tied their longest playoff drought since the team moved to Utah.
And that one misses. And this Jazz organization operating in a small market, but over the years, so competitive.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times teams want to take shortcuts to contention. The Jazz know they're not going to win the free agent bidding wars. So that creates a kind of discipline that they're looking to build from within.
Here's Rubio. Softly drops in the floater. And the Jazz lead by 1.
Tell you what, I love that he didn't get rattled after being blanked in the first half. His shot has been absolute money since then.
Sharch passes to Simmons. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Sharch dishes to Covington. Screen by Sharch. 5 on the clock. Covington with the bucket. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Rubio outside. There's the screen. From deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight. Offline with his 3. And it's the Jazz's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. And Gobert kicks to Rubio. Jazz passing it around. Ingles passes to Gobert. Simmons against Rubio. Nailed from three-point land. Rubio's got 8 here in the quarter.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Embiid the screen. Simmons dishes to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 8 here in this one already. Utah's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. Gobert with it, now guarded by Saric. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's foul number 2 for him. Rubio with it. Clock at 6. Gobert with a screen on Covington. Here's Mitchell.
Redick's defense is very underrated. He really uses a lot of energy to make life tough for whoever he's guarding.
Oh boy, looks like he was injured there.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
It's an unfortunate part of the game. Our thoughts and prayers are with him.
Crowder, he's checked in for Utah. Now here's Simmons. Embiid the screen. And Simmons kicks to Covington. The feed to Embiid. Gobert with the defensive effort.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Favors with the screen. Rubio in the corner. Here's Favors. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 11 rebounds in the game. Saric passes to Simmons. Embiid the screen. And Saric kicks to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Outside Favors. Pass to Gobert. Favors with the screen. Gobert dishes to Rubio. Out to Favors. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Crowder from outside. It's not going to go for him. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Simmons passes to Embiid. Covington against Crowder. Covington kicks to Simmons. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And now a 3-point Philadelphia lead.
Because he's inconsistent from range, the defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
Crowder kicks to Rubio. Favors with a screen on Simmons. Here's Rubio. Favors dishes to Rubio. Feeds to Ingles. Passes it to Favors. Favors with the screen. Ingles passes to Favors. And Rubio kicks to Ingles. The tray. And it's Rubio again missing.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. A three-pointer off the mark. Jazz trail by 3. Dishes it to Ingles. Gobert the pass to Rubio. Favors with the screen. And it's Rubio penetrating down low. And Favors gets it to go in on the assist by Rubio.
Great pick and roll there by Favors. When he slashes to the basket, he is hard to stop.
There's a screen. And Simmons kicks to Redick. And it's off from three-point range. For Utah, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Gobert with a screen on Simmons. Here's the floater, and Rubio with the lay-in. Rubio's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
A crucial moment in this game. Rubio unafraid to take it upon himself.
Covington kicks to Simmons. Embiid the screen. Shot off the screen. No good from Simmons. Utah leading. Outer dishes to Gobert. He kicks to Rubio. On the wing, Ingles. Covered by Reddick. Knocked away. Here's Favors. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Saric.
Great job by Favors. Really making the defense uncomfortable as he's going up with the shot.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. That one misses.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Pass to Simmons. Saric against Favors. Saric, that's good. Saric has got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Utah calls timeout. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derek Favors.
And he's had the hot hand tonight, Kevin, no doubt about it. He's gotten his field goal percentage up over 60, and you're only going to get it that high when you're taking good, smart shots.
The Jazz making a switch here. Exum's checked in. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He knows this has been a hard-fought game, and he wanted his guys to just sit down and catch their breath. He said, look, we're right in the game, guys. Let's make a little push here. Let's come out with some bite. Kevin?
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Hey, guys, Utah's head athletic trainer gave me an update. Unfortunately, it does not look good at all. That's the end of his night, and he could be out for a while. Not the news you wanted to hear, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
I mean, a devastating blow, to say the least.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Reddick passes to Covington. Embiid with a screen on Ingles. And Ben Simmons again. Simmons got 10 points here in the second half.
Love how Simmons commands the ball, especially in the big moments.
They recover it. And Gobert kicks to Exum. With some arc. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Philadelphia's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And here's Covington. Here's Simmons. Simmons missing again. Kicks it to Exum. Got it!
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 2. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth. There's 37 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Simmons. Oh!
Yes!
And when the game is tight, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. And Gobert kicks to Ingles. Now Covington. Embiid dishes to Redick. Comes up empty down low.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
And there it is for him.
The killer instinct of Favors. This man takes no prisoners when the game is on the line.
And so it's